All right, strap in, folks. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the biggest philosophical rabbit holes of all time. Did Plato, the ancient Greek guy with a beard and the obsession with caves, actually invent the Matrix? Thousands of years before Keanu Reeves ever put on those tiny sunglasses? Did Plato give us the first ever red pill? Or was he just messing with us from 400 BC? Imagine this, a toga-clad Morpheus asking, "Red pill or blue pill, Socrates?" Get ready to dive headfirst into a world where philosophy meets sci-fi, where ancient Greece gets a digital upgrade, and where reality, well, may not be real at all. The original simulation theory. Let's start with Plato's most famous allegory, the cave. Picture this, a bunch of prisoners chained in a dark cave, forced to watch shadows on a wall, thinking that's all there is. Does this sound familiar? Yes, it's like Neo's pod in the Matrix, but with fewer leather jackets and more philosophical musings. Could Plato have cooked up the first version of the Matrix over 2,000 years ago? Is his cave a metaphor for a simulated reality? Maybe Keanu owes Plato some royalties, or at least a thank you card. Imagine Plato hosting a TED Talk titled Escaping the Cave 101, with a PowerPoint presentation on shadows, puppets, and a Q&A session where someone inevitably asks,
"Is this cave gluten-free?"
The blueprint for a virtual world. Now let's venture into the mind-blending territory of Plato's theories of forms. Plato argued that there's a world of perfect forms or ideas that exist beyond our physical reality. Think of it like the real world outside the Matrix, but without the ominous green code. Could Plato's realm of forms be the metaphysical server room where our universe is programmed? Was he onto something about the nature of existence that we're now only beginning to understand? Picture Plato as a nerdy hacker in a white toga, surrounded by glowing scrolls muttering,
"I knew it, reality is just a bad copy."
Free will or cosmic software? Plato believed that knowledge is simply remembering eternal truths. But what if those truths are just lines of code? Could our thoughts be algorithms, and our dreams merely software glitches? If Plato was right, are we all just NPCs, waiting for a cosmic reboot? Maybe the afterlife is just a server reset. Does Plato's theory of recollection make him the ancient godfather of Control plus Z? Imagine him telling his students, "You're not learning anything new, you're just updating your internal software." Plato, the original architect of the Matrix. In the Matrix, the architect is the mastermind behind the simulation, the guy with all the screens and a flair for creepy monologues. Could Plato have been the original architect of our understanding of reality? Picture Plato in a white suit staring at monitors filled with Greek letters, asking Neo to discuss the merits of idealism versus empiricism. Was he designing the blueprint for all existence, or just a really complicated escape room? Or was Plato secretly an ancient coder, working out the bugs in the cosmic operating system?
"Dear Zeus, found another glitch. Currently fixed the shadow puppets in Cave Beta version 2.0.
Was Plato trolling us? Here's where it gets really fun. Some conspiracy theorists believe that Plato's writings were actually coded messages to future generations, warning about the dangers of simulated realities. Was Plato a time traveler, sending out ancient tweets in the form of dialogues, or just a philosopher with a wild sense of humor? Imagine Plato with a laptop, sitting in ancient Athens, sipping wine and laughing at all of us trying to decipher his metaphysical jokes.
I told them it was just shadows, but did they listen? Nope.
The real red pill. In the Matrix, the red pill symbolizes awakening to the truth. But Plato's red pill was something much less flashy and way more mind-bending: philosophy. What if philosophy is the original mind-bending trip? Forget LSD, Plato was dropping truth bombs like they were hot. Is it possible he was the world's first cosmic dealer, offering enlightenment instead of magic mushrooms? Plato,
Want the truth? Take a seat and I'll pour you a goblet of Socratic questioning.
humanity's first Matrix escapees. Plato's cave allegory ends with a prisoner breaking free and discovering the real world. Sound familiar? Neo's journey out of the Matrix, anyone? Did Plato give us the first roadmap to reality? Are we all just shadows trying to find our way out of the cave? Or worse, stuck in someone's really bad remake of The Matrix? Imagine Plato as the first life coach.
All right, Steve, try to escape your cave. You got to stop binge-watching shadow puppets.
Cosmic puppeteers. Plato believed that higher entities controlled the shadows we see. Could these entities be ancient gods, interdimensional overlords? Or, hear me out, advanced aliens with a twisted sense of humor? Was Plato warning us about cosmic puppeteers? Think Zeus, but with a keyboard, and a penchant for trolling humanity. The ancient Greek version of You've Been Punked, but with thunderbolts. Zeus. Let there be light. Oh, that's just a bug in the cosmic operating system. Modern parallels. From Descartes' evil demon to the Matrix, Plato's influence runs deep in pop culture. Could our obsession with simulation theory just be Plato 2.0? Did you know that many of Stephen King's horror novels have a what is reality theme? Coincidence? Maybe King is Plato's literary ghostwriter. What if Neo had a cousin named Plato, moonlighting as an ancient philosopher while working a day job as the godfather of sci-fi? Philosophers Fight Club. Let's imagine a philosopher's fight club. Plato, Descartes, Nietzsche, Baudrillard. Who would win in the ultimate smackdown of the mind? Would Plato's theory of the forms take down Nietzsche's existential angst? Would Baudrillard throw in some postmodern punches? Only to find Plato calmly saying, "It's just shadows, my dude." Nietzsche, wearing sunglasses, yells,
"Welcome to the desert of the real."
Plato responds with a smirk, "And I built it." What's really going on? All right, let's slow down for a moment. What exactly did Plato mean by all these ideas of forms, shadows, and caves? Was he just philosophizing over too much wine? Or was there something deeper at play? Plato's theory of form suggests that everything we see in the material world is just a shadow of its perfect form in a non-material realm. Imagine an ideal chair. Every chair you've ever seen or sat on is just a flawed, lesser version of the form of a chair, which exists somewhere in a higher dimension. Think of it like the original chair, NFT, unique, untouchable, and existing in a realm where only a few can comprehend. This is much like how the Matrix portrays the simulated world versus the real world. The world inside the Matrix is full of distortions and deceptions, mere shadows compared to the gritty, harsh real world outside. Plato would probably nod in agreement and say,
See, told you so.
Plato's allegory of the cave isn't just a story about shadows. It's about enlightenment, ignorance, and the painful journey of discovering truth. The prisoner who escapes and sees the real world for the first time experiences pain and confusion. This is akin to Neo's painful awakening from the Matrix, a complete shattering of his reality. Now imagine if Plato was alive today. Would he think we're still stuck in a modern-day cave, only now it's filled with Netflix shows and Instagram filters? Are we all just shadows on the wall living in our own version of the cave? Plato on Twitter.
Guys, it's still shadows, but now they're HD.
Is philosophy just a really long science fiction novel? Philosophy and sci-fi have always danced around the same questions. What is reality? Who are we? And is someone somewhere pulling the strings? Are Plato's theories still relevant? Or are we just addicted to finding deeper meanings in things, like a conspiracy theorist who sees the Illuminati in every Starbucks logo? Maybe, just maybe, Plato was the original sci-fi novelist who never got the credit or the movie deal. If you're as mind-blown by Plato's parallels to the Matrix as we are, you will love this video. And make us smile. Hit like, subscribe, and let us know if you think we're all living in a simulation. And if you're craving more philosophical mind benders and ancient modern mashups, keep watching. Reality might just be a click away. Until next time, don't trust the shadows, always question your programmer. And remember, there is no spoon, only forks in Plato's dialogues.